Welcome to Yap. Had the cutest airport, the best hotel, I think, ever, even with all the details covered, and they definitely are a great place to stay. They have this cute little restaurant that we got to stay out, a little pirate ship that was so fun. They actually have named all the manta rays in the bay. Then the tour of the school was a very nice, cool place. The people were lovely. The kids were awesome. We loved hanging out with them. We prayed together and talked together and became family in such a short amount of time. The Pines was one of two restaurants we could eat at the island. It was good. Stephen took us on a tour of the historic World War II wreckage of the Japanese airplanes and the airstrip that was there. So you can see several different planes. Then he wanted to share with us that inside a coconut, like we saw on Ponape, there's sponge in the roots, but Ruth and Joel had not eaten this before, and so he was opening this to get inside. As you can tell, it took quite a bit of work, but there we go, success. We have sponge. It tastes kind of like an angel food cake. It's very yummy. If you get it at the right time, it's even a little moist. This was a little bit drier, but still good. We found the meat was still good inside, but you can see Stephen's knife slipped a little bit, and we had some doctoring that needed to be done. Joel was from Peru, and his grandma had taught him a trick of using the membrane inside a raw egg as a bandage that's supposedly antiseptic, works like stitches, all the things together in one. So since we had no hospital to check this wound out, this is what we attempted. It actually worked out pretty amazingly well. This cut was rather deep. Oceana here is the second restaurant that we can eat at on the island. They were very good chefs, very good food. We loved it. There was a morning we got to see the sunrise over the boat. Then back to the school, we handed out some presents, played with the kids. Joel loved playing with the kids. This is where we found him the most, I think. But they had just bought the new basketball, so the kids were excited to enjoy this activity. The ladies also gave us another lei. Then we hiked back through the jungle of Yap behind the school, surviving the trek between all the plants. It was a lovely view. You could see all the way down to the water. And this is the principal leading us through the jungle. She was excited because the kids were out enjoying hide and seek in all these plants. Our last meal at the Oceana was just the four of us. Then we got a snorkeling tour scheduled for the next day. It was wonderful. These are manta rays. They were huge, much bigger than I expected. Like 6 feet, massive ones. Just beautiful and peaceful. Snorkeling spot was the manta rays, and you can see there was a big one, another big one, and then I saw several. There was about 4 of them that came through at once. Kind of surprisingly, so I didn't get great footage of the groups that I saw. The second speaker dove was a giant old reef. I was out there, I think, for an hour just going through this reef, and the instructor was super excited to show me the blue coral because it's something very rare, this blue stagnated coral. It was also fun to see all the little fish that were swimming inside and around and through the coral. So because Stephen had hurt his thumb, he didn't want to come in the water and get it wet. So Ruth and I got to snorkel together a little bit and see all the fish. And that's the bell picture of the snorkel service. Just like that, our time was up. We had a nap on the boat. So we had to stay up late. The island we stopped at was owned over 100 years ago by David O'Keefe. This is the cute little church we were at for our Sabbath services.
Jesus loves me, yes I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong.
All four of us were involved in the church service. Ruth had the children's story, and her husband Joel had the sermon.
Mercy, come to Jesus. That's the third one. And the fourth one, follow Jesus.
The school staff gave me a lovely skirt, and afterwards we had potluck and fellowship time. This was the hotel cat that loved people. In our final meal, we finally had some bread chips, and then all too soon it was time to say farewell.